How we doing, assholes? Welcome back. I think it's episode 29. We're almost to 30. Oh boy. How we doing, Travis?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm fucking tired. I've been up. I don't even know how many hours I slept. Not many. I got to watching this this documentary on the Challenger explosion, the shuttle explosion. And I almost finished it up last night. I still got a little bit to go. I was watching that last night, but which is stupid because I knew I had to wake up early because I was trying to get a fucking PlayStation 5. But luckily, my journey came to an end today, and I'll tell you about it. Fucking Best Buy, those bastards. They were like, all right. They announced it like a day or two ago, and they were gonna drop some stock today. And they said 9 a.m. or a little after, or not a little. I don't know what the fuck they said. They said it was 9 a.m. was the time they gave, or any time after that. So everybody didn't really know, they didn't really know when it was, but it was probably not going to be too terribly long. Anyways, I woke up at like 8:45. I was like, all right, sat down on my computer, got everything set up, ready to go, make sure I signed in and everything, and had my hot links ready. And so I ended up sitting there for like 3 hours, listening to some music, listening to some podcasts. It was like 12:55 before they finally went live on Best Buy. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know why the fuck I sat there that long, but I was like, man, I got through an hour of it. I was like, man, I could go do something productive right now, but I'm like, man, as soon as I get up, they're going to drop them. So I sat there for another hour, and I'm like, oh man, I'm fucking committed now. So I just fucking waited. And 12:55, one of those fucking little PlayStation account things, that I set to notify me every time, something happens. They tweeted out, and I was like, oh shit, they're going live. So I hopped on there, and I spent another hour trying to get them in the cart. I had my phone up on my lap. I had my two monitors open with some shit, just auto refreshing and trying to get shit going, and none of it fucking worked. And then finally I got one into my cart. I was like, holy shit, it's gonna happen. Now, before this, I was like, man, this is going to be my best chance because Best Buy is going to have a couple of different bundles, and they're going to have just the regular, consoles that you can buy, and they're also going to be in-store pickup only. So, fucking dickface McGee from Texas isn't going to be able to order one and fucking, go to pick it up in Maryland, right? So that's going to eliminate some of the scalpers.
Yeah.
And, well, long story short, I didn't get one from Best Buy. I kept on hitting add to cart, and I got it in the cart, and I was like, check out, and it was like, all right, it's sold out in my closest Best Buy. I was like, cool. I live by a lot of Best Buys. I was willing to drive 60 miles. I was clicking. It said you could order them. They weren't available for pickup at the time, but you could still order them and pick them up in a couple of days. All the Best Buys said that. So I just kept on going one after another, city by city by city. I went from anywhere from the fucking Western Maryland to Eastern Maryland to Southern Maryland to Northern Maryland to Pennsylvania. Oh, Jesus Christ. One after another. And everyone, it was like, oh, out of stock. Even though it said you could order it and you could pick it up in a couple of days. Out of stock. Anyways, Best Buy can fuck themselves. Made me wait 3 hours just for fucking nothing. And I was so fucking pissed. But me and Preet kind of been like, we've been in this together now for a little over a month, and he said he took off all day because it was gonna be a big stock opportunity, and he was fucking pissed, dude. He was pissed. And
did he not get one?
No, he didn't get one from Best Buy.
Oh.
He was like, I ain't waiting for this shit. Dude, I have the funniest fucking tweet. The one bright side of all of this like stupid bullshit is that everybody always memes it up, and it's always it kind of makes you feel better because nobody else has any luck either. There was one tweet I saw where it was like an hour or two in of waiting on Best Buy, and somebody tweeted a clip of LeBron checking out of the finals as they got swept that one time by Golden State. He was like, all right, homies, I'm out. I'm checking out for the day. That's so fucking funny. But yeah, so anyways, that was Best Buy. And then right on the tail end of when I realized that the Best Buy thing wasn't going to happen, sure than shit, they tweeted out again, Walmart is going to restock fucking PS5s. And I was like, holy shit. I had been to Walmart. They were handing out PS5s and just random select fucking Walmarts, and mine was not one of them. I almost drove an hour to fucking some town in Pennsylvania one day because they said they had stock, but I just wasn't sure, and I just didn't want to drive all the way out there for nothing. So Walmart was a top draft pick for me, and I was scouting them out. And I had been through this fucking thing before. This was just again online only, and fucking A, man. They went live at 3:00 today. I was still sitting at my fucking desk from 8:45 to 3:00 in the afternoon. I don't know how I did that, why I did that, but here we are. It fucking paid off. The first wave didn't get one. And then I saw my Skype blow up. Yeah, I know, I still use Skype. Fuck yourself. It was Preet, and he was like, I saw a bunch of H's, and I knew what it was. He said, because he got one. I was like, that bastard, good for him. And and I sent that picture of the King of the Hill. What you doing up here, Bill? You sound like trouble. Nah, I'm just up here to kill myself. I was pissed. But they did another restock. And Preet was telling me how he did it, which just so happened that was still the way I was doing it. There was this, they one of the accounts, the Twitter accounts, they had this link, this fancy little link that took away a couple of the steps and would just add it to your cart and put you right in the checkout phase. And that's what Preet did. And that's what I was trying to do, but it didn't work the first time. The second time through, of course, I was trying it, didn't work. And for whatever reason, I refreshed it just one random time, and it just right to checkout. It was in my cart. I was like, holy fucking shit. My eyes fucking about popped out of my head. I clicked as fast as I fucking could. It said it was complete. I got an email, and I still couldn't believe it. I was like, this has got to be a joke, right? I looked at my orders. It was like, holy shit, it's there. But like, surely it's going to get canceled or something. It still might. Who the fuck knows? But as of right now, there is a PlayStation 5 that I paid for that says it's going to be here by January 9th. It kind of sucks I got to wait that long, but I don't give a single shit. That's how I did it, ladies and gentlemen.
God,
Believe.
I hate online shopping. I really do. Like, it's so convenient, but when it comes Christmas time, everybody just becomes an asshole and everything starts disappearing. Like, this is the first year I've Christmas shopped online, and it's so stressful because, like, especially when you procrastinate like me. Like, I went last year, I was like at Walmart 3 a.m, fucking walking around on like December 22nd or whatever, finding stuff. But now on December 15th, ordering stuff and not knowing if it's going to be here in time and paying for the fast shipping, which half the time doesn't even work because they have to get it, God. But I got some stuff from my parents, but I don't know if it's going to be here in time or not.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Did you just start today? Because I just started today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so I got my little cousin, which, God, I'm a dumbass. I spent way too much money. He turned 1 in October, and I didn't read the dimensions on this battery-operated UTV thing that's wrapped in real tree camo, and it's way too fucking big for him. So I had to buy a little 6-volt 4-wheeler that matches it, so he'll have something to ride until he could grow into this thing. So I spent a bunch of money on that, and I was like, all right, I got time to wait and then do some more Christmas shopping. And I looked at the calendar today. It was actually because the Twitch stuff comes out on the 15th, and I was like, oh yeah, money. And then I was like, oh fuck, Christmas. So it was a good time. So I did the rest of my shopping today, but hopefully it'll be here. But yeah, I hate it. I miss the days, like we talked about a couple weeks ago. I miss the days of just going to the store and doing it. And I was never Christmas shopping when people used to beat the hell out of each other on Black Friday, but still, I'd much rather just go get my ass whooped over a damn whatever I'm buying than have to sit in a damn queue online or worry about shipping or worry about it getting lost in the mail. And oh god, it's just so stressful. I think of everything that could go wrong. Like, remember your Dale Jr. tire that got found in a ditch?
Oh man,
like that's what I think's gonna happen to all the Christmas stuff I'm buying. So
yeah, it's fair enough. I've never. That was the one exception. I've never had anything like that happen before. Long story short, my tire just fucking rolled out of the back of a FedEx truck and landed on the side of a highway, and I didn't get it for like a week after that until some kind stranger was like, "Ooh, a tire! This is packaged up. This probably belongs to somebody." Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. I did some shopping today. I got some stuff off of Amazon. Fucking Lord knows what's gonna be here beforehand. I should have done it earlier. But again, I myself am as well a large procrastinator. And yeah, man, I really took for granted that how like great it was to receive stuff in the mail in 2 days and 3 days. that I'm still waiting on another package. That jerky that Club Jerky sent me for that core win thing, they that took 9 days. And it came from Vegas, but like in just a regular time, it would have been 2 days, 3 days max, but probably 2 days. And this other one is going on. It's been over a week now. It's fucking nuts, dude. With the COVID and the and just it being peak season, anyways, it's fucking nuts. And hopefully I get my shit beforehand. But
Remember that Christmas Eve a few years ago when you went shopping? Some kid blew chunks in the Target.
Oh, I do remember that. That was fucking funny. That poor little bastard. I didn't see him, but man, he blew some fun. I did see him actually. I didn't see it happen, but I remember around in the corner and everybody looking at this massive pile of puke on the ground. It's like, God damn, kid, like the pile of puke was bigger than him.
Dude, it was terrible. And I'm getting a little sick thinking about it, but I usually can't look at stuff like that. But that was so like extraordinary. Like it's like a death that's just amazing. Like you don't like seeing someone die, but like a stunt. You know what I mean? Like a stunt, like somebody going out in a ball of fire. That pile of puke was just so like I had never seen anything like it. I couldn't take my eyes off of that picture. I was like, holy shit, that is the most puke I've ever seen in one place.
I think I got that in my Snapchat memories. I don't have a whole lot, but I'm pretty sure that's one of them. I'll have to pull that up sometime. But no, dude, it's fucking yeah. So I was so fucking excited when I got that PS5 today. I was like, dude, I felt like this in a long time. I went to Walmart. I was floating around Walmart. I was skipping and I was singing a tune going through the fucking aisles. And just a reminder, don't fucking go to Walmart at like 4 in the afternoon. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Especially this close to Christmas. Everybody's and it's supposed to snow like a motherfucker tomorrow.
Isn't Cantori there?
Yeah, he's supposed to be somewhere around here. I don't know if he's exact. I think he's in Hagerstown. I'm not 100% sure. I was trying to Google and find out, but I guess we'll find out once he starts his coverage. I'm going to try to find it and see if he is indeed in Hagerstown or a part I recognize, and I'm definitely going to go out and try to find him. Say what's up, wave at him. But yeah, I'm really excited. Not for the snow though. I miss I think my neighbors have got somebody to plow out the area, just like because I don't really live in a proper neighborhood, but it's like there's a couple of houses, so usually somebody finds just one dude with a tractor just to plow everybody out. So I think I'll be fine there. But it's been a while because Maryland, every once in a while, like it's so weird because when I was younger, it snowed every year normally just fine. Like you get like 6 inches here, 8 inches here, it's pretty normal. But the last couple of years, it's been really like here and there, with the exception of like we'll have a 2-foot snowstorm here and there. But yeah, man, it's been a good year or two since it's like really snowed. And when I mean that, it's like we haven't got probably more than, at least in my like immediate area, like more than 4 inches at a time. So it's kind of fucking weird, but yeah, I'm fucking stocked. I'm so excited. I got food. I got booze. I'm ready to go. Let it snow. Let it snow. Yeah, I'm fucking.
It's funny you say that because that video of that guy losing his shit over the guy putting snow in his yard popped up today on Facebook. You know the one I'm talking about, where he's like, "It's still my property."
I don't know.
Oh man, it's this little short guy, and he's pissed because his neighbor's like plowing his snow, and some of it got in his yard. And he's like, "You don't put your snow on my snow," and all this stuff. And at one point, he does the little like move his arms while he yells thing because the guy's like, "Why don't you talk a little louder?" And he goes, "I don't give a fuck who the hell hears me." And he did the little arm thing while he did it. It's an all-time classic video. I'll have to send it to you later. Yeah. I was watching those and some damn ended up on some fucking some news things, and this guy's kids walked in the background of his Zoom interview or something, man. And then his wife came running in and she like fell and had to grab them both and drag the kids out of there. It was God. I was laughing so hard my ribs were hurting because this was the first day in like 3 weeks I've done absolutely nothing. I'm finally done with my semester of school and all that, so I laid on my couch and did literally nothing. I watched Home Alone this morning. Yeah, today was a good day.
Oh hell yeah, yeah! This is a good time of year once the snow really starts coming because you get those videos of people slipping and falling and eating shit on the pavement and whatever.
The long
The
falls
long
too.
falls, those are my favorite. There's nothing more funny than watching somebody slip on ice for a good 10, 15 seconds and they're trying to catch it, but they can't. Like that one guy who's shoveling snow, that one dude, he's out there on a sidewalk and he's shoveling and he starts stumbling like 5, 6, 7, 8 times and he finally just says, fuck it, and throws the shovel. Oh man, and then every once in a while you get one of those like you'll have like a hill and you and like a neighborhood and it's kind of like slick and icy and then you'll just have cars like slowly sliding down and then they just kind of pile into each other. I'm a sucker for those too.
Those are great. Ice falls and then people falling down stairs are the two that do it for me. Like when somebody going end over end down some stairs is never not funny to me.
Yeah. I think Kevin Hart said that once. And I totally agree with him. People falling is just fucking funny. It's like one of the funniest fucking things out there. Obviously, not enough to hurt themselves. Even that sometimes is funny. But like when a human being just fucking falls down, it's pretty fucking funny.
I trying to think last time I busted my ass. I remember one time I fell out of the shower and I pulled the whole curtain with me.
Oh
I
lordy.
pulled it over there. Then trying to think. I haven't fallen in like actually fallen. I tripped in here running back to my desk one night. Um Oh, I remember. My mom had cleaned when I lived with my parents. We had hardwoods, and she had like cleaned them. And even after like they're
Ooh.
dry and they're clean, they're still real slick. And I was in like really fuzzy socks, and I was running back to my room. And I rounded a corner, and that was one of those where your feet went to the sky, and I landed flat on my back. But
That's funny. I can't remember last time I ate shit. It's been a long time. I usually got pretty good balance, but like everybody, every once in a while you're gonna go for a tumble. Um,
I've
before
never really done it in public though. Luckily,
Oh man, the only time I ever remember falling in public, it was like I think I was in the 5th or 6th grade, and I was carrying a bunch of books up some steps, and I fell up the steps. I tripped, and I just fucking ate shit, which was really embarrassing. But I walked it
I
off.
flipped a desk in front of an entire class one time.
Oh yeah.
I was like looking. I think I was reaching for a pencil. I should have just been getting up to get. And before I knew it, my weight kind of shifted the desk. This was like 5th grade, and I rolled the desk. Like I stayed in the desk. It was kind of impressive, and I just like up and over I went. I was like rolling around in there, stuck in
Up
the
and
desk.
over. That's funny.
Then we went on a kayaking trip freshman year, and
Oh, cool.
this dumbass chick, they were in a canoe. There was one canoe versus all these kayaks, and they didn't know how to paddle. And they came like hurling towards me, and I was like, "Oh boy!" And I leaned, and by this time I was rotund, so any little lean, and that kayak was capsizing, and I rolled over. But I hadn't adjusted the foot pegs, so my feet got hung in the foot pegs. So I was floating upside down this river, and I just remember like hanging in there. I'm like, "This is how I go out. I'm really about to fucking die on a kayaking field trip." But I was able to wiggle loose, and God, that was some filthy water too. God, oh God, Georgia river pollution's horrible down here. Yeah, it was just brown water with God knows what around me, and there I was fucking all in it, and I probably got worms from it, but it was pretty funny. Everybody made fun of me though, because everybody said I was going to be the first one to go overboard, and I was like adamant I was not going to be the first to go overboard. Sure enough, I was the first and only to go overboard that day. So,
oh damn,
shame. The guy, I remember the guy. He don't work in the area anymore, I don't think, but his name was Amos Tuck.
that's
And
a
I don't know
name.
why, that was just really funny to me. He was like the lead guy, and he had this cool cowboy hat.
All right, sounds like a cool ass.
And what was funny though too, he was in like this double kayak canoe thing with one of the guys because they didn't have enough kayaks, so they stayed like behind, and there I was, like I swam over to land, and I was trying to get back in that kayak and get back going, and he came paddling up, and he's like, "Are you Travis?" I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And he's like, "Because your buddy here said you were going to be the first one to go over."
Oh man, that reminded me of a story. I'll make it quick. But it was kind of similar, but fuck, wait, I was probably in the, I don't know how old I was, but I was still in Boy Scouts at the time. We were at this big camp, Camp Santaquippy. It was fuck man, I love that place. I know I've told you about it before, but some of my fondest memories. Such a beautiful area. Anyways, they had this big, and it was this time I almost like this is probably the closest I've been to death ever. Not really, but like it felt like it, I guess. They had this big fucking inflatable thing out in the middle of this lake, and we were all just having a good old time. I had my life vest on, which is good, which probably fucking saved my ass. It did save my ass. I don't really remember what it was. I just remember it was one of those. It was like a inflatable like bouncy house almost, but like for the water, I guess. It wasn't like enclosed, but it was like, you know, it had slides or whatever on it. You could jump around on it, jump in the lake, whatever. Somehow, some way, I was running across it, and it was broken into parts, but like they tied it together, so it would stay together. Like, I guess that's just how you put it together, right? And somehow it was wet on top, and I slipped, and my leg like dug down in between the two of the segments, and I just went straight backwards in the water. And luckily I had my life vest on. My leg was fucking stuck, and I couldn't get the fuck out. If I didn't have my life vest on, my head would have been underwater, and that would have been not good. But I was barely like just hanging on. And fucking, they had to come out and rescue my ass, man. It was horrifying. That dude, whoever was on patrol and his little canoe thing, he paddled so hard to get my ass, he broke the fucking paddle on his way there. I was the near-death experience of the fucking camp that one year. It was so embarrassing, but yeah, I don't know why that reminded me. That was kind of a 2-for-1 there. Water occasion and busting your ass, but it's okay, I didn't die. Anyways, before we move on, I just wanted to get this out of the way. For anybody looking to get a PS5, this is exactly how I did it. This Twitter account by the @ L.E. Blorst of Times, LEBLORSTOFTIMES. That is the @, and then it's the name of it is PS5 Xbox Restock plus other tech / gaming finds and deals. Their pinned tweet right now is exactly what I used. The top link, I don't know if it'll be the same when you get there, but it's a Walmart link. The only difference with it is it starts with the affil.walmart.com /cart or whatever. Anyways, that basically just directly adds the PS5 to your cart, and it kind of shortcuts some stuff. So once again, if you guys are still out there hunting, I've been ever since the motherfucker came out, even beforehand, like you couldn't pre-order it. So then when it came out, everybody was still trying to get a hold of them. So I've been in that boat ever since it came out. It's been over a month now since it came out, and I finally got lucky. So as it stands now, it's getting a little easier and easier, but there is still a huge demand for them. So that's how I did it. I just wanted to help any of you guys out if you're in the same boat. So hopefully you get one, or you've already got one, hopefully. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get to play with mine for a long while, but I don't think, unless, I don't know, it says somewhere January 9th or before, so we're going to hope it's a little bit before, but I certainly don't mind waiting because I've fucking done plenty of it already. So anyways, keeping with the video game topic, fucking Codemasters has now been bought by EA. I'm terrified.
I see. I hear everybody bitch about EA, but also I feel like it's just kind of a meme at this point to bitch about video game creators, because that's what everybody does. So I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, I got beef with EA because they've fucked a lot of people over plenty of times. Not only with their fucking flop of that one Star Wars game that I never bought because it was that Star Wars. I don't even remember what it was called. I didn't buy
Battlefront? Was it the one that was just like Battlefield?
Yeah, I guess it was.
Space?
I guess it was Battlefront. I think they made they always make those same fucking games, Battlefront, Battlefield, and they have a couple different Star Wars Battlefronts now, I think, I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyways, the first one they tried and they fucked it with all the loot boxes and horse shit, and then they tried defending it on Reddit, and I think it's probably still the most downvoted comment in Reddit history. Yeah, so there's that. Obviously, all the horse shit they've done with Madden, not updating the game in 8 years or so, and on top of all the other shit. I think the only part where we get fucked is, if they're like, all right, we're gonna just kind of take control of this. We're all kind of hoping that they just get more money and more resources out of this, and then Codemasters can still just do their own thing. But yeah, you never know. It could be a really good thing. It could be a really bad thing. You never really know. And it's I don't know when we'd ever. I think there's probably at least another year or two before we'd see any influence from them. So yeah, I don't know. I just I know a lot of people were hopping on the EA bandwagon of just oh fuck, and I get it. Trust me. I'm kind of the same way, but I don't. We'll have to wait and see. Luckily, though, they've got a really good foundation of what they want to do and how they're going to do things, especially now coming up with once they get the new cars, the new F1 cars in 2022. Obviously, that'll be a big change with the games. So it might time out well that that support kind of kicks in when they most need it, and they can really pump out a solid game. But again, EA was responsible for some of the best NASCAR games ever created, but that was a long time ago, and a lot has changed since then. And I don't totally blame them because I get it. Because again, times have changed, and keeping it's still a business, but there's always a better way to go about it. So yeah, we'll see. Let us know what you think. Once again, I can understand being scared, but it's you never know. It could be all right. People might forget about it. We'll see. It might all work out, but we'll have to see. As well as F1. Well, sorry if you watched this most recent F1 race.
So I did, but I didn't watch much of it because I woke up in time, watched like the first 2 laps, fell back asleep, and woke up with like 10 to go. And I got on Twitter, and everybody was like, "Man, this is awful." And the last 10 laps weren't that great. But the track looked fucking cool. That was a cool looking place.
Yeah, it's a big fancy. I don't know when they built that track. From what I understand, it's a more modern track. But the only problem with it is they just built it shitty. It's a shitty layout of a circuit. It's just not really optimized for passing.
Probably a bunch of American dollars built it.
I was gonna say neither of the cars either, but there's plenty of other tracks that are way better. Unfortunately. Again, everybody trashes Abu Dhabi now every year. Yeah, it's a cool track, but it sucks for what it's supposed to do. I was fucking tired. Anyways, I had my buddies Ben and Ryan in. We had a big old get together. We had some friends. We hadn't really all got together since the start of the year. So we got in a lot of basketball, football, and shit over the weekend. But by the time Sunday rolled around, I was so fucking tired. But I still woke my ass up there at 8:00 in the morning and sat my ass down, cranked up the TV, and I was like, well, I'll at least start the race and see how we go. And it's a clean start. All right, cool. And then it kind of started as a train. All right, cool. And then I watched the first like 25 laps. Perez blew up, which was unfortunate, but that's kind of how F1 goes. Race winner one week and fucking blown up in last place the next. Kind of felt bad for him, especially if this is indeed his last F1 race. But hey, at least he won one before he went out. Yeah, after that happened, and then they restarted the race, and it was like, well, hey, look at that. It's still another train. So I went back to bed, and that was that. I was excited to see, though, Verstappen. I did catch, they said before the race that Mercedes had to tone down their engines a little bit because they had some reliability issues or something along the lines of that. So they turned it down just a little bit. Just to make sure that they made it all the way through. Obviously, it didn't help, and fucking Verstappen, man, he won by like 18 seconds or some shit. So like, good for him. You don't see that a whole lot against Mercedes, but it was the last race of the season. But yeah, Verstappen, I mean, honestly, really had a really disappointing season. Fucking drove in the gravel a week ago, trying to miss that one wreck. It's been that kind of season for him. It's just been, he was up there. He had a monster start at, where the fuck was it at? I keep seeing all these new tracks they brought in F1. Now I get them all confused. I want to say it was Mugello, but I'm not really sure. I can't fucking remember. Anyways, yeah, it was, yeah. He had a monster start and his engine died off the grid, and then it was that, and then he ended up getting wrecked on top of it. So, yeah, it was one of those kind of seasons for him. But now I'm sad. F1's gone, and then it's like, well, what the fuck do we do now? At least I don't gotta wake up in the morning now for F1s, which is cool. But I still miss. I'm gonna miss not having any racing at all. But yeah, at least we can look forward to March now. We get the F1 off season. We'll start to get some of them livery reveals. I think there's probably still some off season stuff to take care of as for like driver seats and everything. The whole Albon at Red Bull thing isn't closed. I don't think Lewis Hamilton still hasn't signed a contract, which he probably will anyways. But it hasn't happened yet, so anything can happen, I guess. But yeah, as for the F1 season, there you go, dude. It's been a wild fucking end of the season, aside from Abu Dhabi. But yeah, it was a very 2020-ish F1 season. I had a good time watching. I hope you guys did too. It's really cool to see everybody starting to get in F1 now, especially the game now. My F1 series is starting to take off a little bit, and a lot of people are really getting into it. And I'm really excited to see people playing the games, especially in the last 2 episodes, man. I had so many people comment like, "Hey, I'm picking up this game, man. I'm picking up this game. You got any tips?" Or "I'm picking up this game, this and that." I'm like, fuck's sake, man. I'm gonna have to email Codemasters now, especially now since they got the EA money. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, where's my check at, man? I've been selling copies left and right, goddammit." Fuck's sake.
You need to see if they have the thing. Twitch has this feature where there's like an extension where people can buy a game directly off like you playing it, and
Ooh.
you get a little bit of it. But it's only certain games, but that is an option.
Yeah, well, YouTube kind of doesn't give a shit about anybody who uploads to it, so.
Well, I know that's what I was saying. You could stream or so, just do
Yeah.
an F1 stream.
That's
Tell all
true.
these people, wait, don't buy it till I'm streaming.
That's not a half bad idea. I might have to look into that. But that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, man. If you haven't hopped on the F1 train, it does kind of suck playing on a controller. But hey, man, now's the time. It's getting cold. It's it's holiday season. Pick yourself up a wheel. I got a PC sponsorship thing. Origin PCs. Code WinValve for up to $100 off your PC bill if you want to go that route. Which I actually just recently sold my first PC. Apparently, I got notified of that, so I appreciate whoever the hell that was. I hope you enjoy your new gaming computer. But yeah, now's the time, man. F1 2020, 10 out of 10 we recommend. It's still got a lot of AI issues and difficulty issues, but so far I'm kind of managing it. But it's 100% worth it for the My Team mode. It's a blast. And I finally got to the point now in season 3. If you haven't caught up yet, spoiler alert. You might want to skip ahead, but either way, there's a couple of driver changes in there with some F2 drivers coming up in there. So it's basically like NASCAR Thunder 2004, everything that was kind of like that made that great game great, but it's just the F1 version now. So it's really fucking cool. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Anyways, that's gonna bring us to the mailbag, I do believe.
Yes, sir. askmoonhead@gmail.com. We have a meaty mailbag this week.
Oh, right.
So first question is going to come from Ethan Murky. Hey, how we doing?
Hey.
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Cozy?
Oh man, fucking ecstatic.
Wonder how Ethan's doing.
Hope he's doing good.
Well, he asks, if you could use your platform to bring awareness to one thing, what would it be? I'll let you go first, Cozy.
Is it bad? Like everything that popped into my head were all negative things, like fuck this company or fuck that company.
Yeah, I mean that's raising awareness, though.
I don't know, man. I was fuck, man. If I was gonna pick a bad thing, I'd be like, who's the company I don't like? I don't like Logitech. I think they build shitty wheels. I've had a lot of problems with a lot of their stuff, to be fair, but I need to pick out a charity though too. I've been thinking about that. A lot of people have been doing charity stuffs, and I haven't, and I just kind of feel bad because I usually just like donate to everybody else's charities. But I'd like to find. I was thinking about this though the last couple of days. I need to find a good charity that I can get behind because I'd like to do something down the road. But I'm gonna have to pick one out. If you guys got any good ones, let me know.
It's really obviously I'm a noob at it because I organized mine in 2 weeks, but it feels so good. It is.
Yeah.
It is a cool thing. There's a lot of cool things now. It's a hell of a lot easier than what it used to be, from what I hear, because now you got all those integrations for streaming and stuff, and
Right.
Money going straight to the charity instead of you having to do math and stuff and make sure you're not running a scheme of some sort. But yeah, it's I don't know. A lot of those websites, like if you go to Tiltify, what I use, they have like I don't know if you want to do a stream, but if you want to do a stream, they have like pages and pages of all the charities that are on there and stuff. And then I think Streamlabs has their own charity thing too that they launched not too long ago. It doesn't have as much, but
yeah,
there's a lot of good stuff.
The biggest thing for me is like I don't want to do it just because everybody else does it, but I really want to like find something that like I can relate to, and I'd actually like really want to help out. I just I just gotta get to one and do some homework on it. But there's some we'll have some 24-hour streams coming up. That's usually the go-to, when you're gonna do one of those. But I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna figure one out.
For me, obviously I did Toys for Tots for the last one. But as far as just bringing awareness to something, it would probably be something to do with rescuing animals or
there's a good
pet
one.
ownership. Yeah,
There's
so
a
stuff
good
like
one.
that.
I like that.
So yeah, it would definitely be that. Actually, if the Martinsville 24 will start being a yearly thing, and it'll probably always be for Toys for Tots because it's kind of right at the start of Christmas time, week before Thanksgiving and all that. But if we do go through and do another 24-hour race next year, we've talked about doing stock cars on a road course for 24 hours. It would probably be something to do with
That brake's gonna hold up, driver?
I don't know, but we'll find out. Honestly, I don't think it would be as bad as as the Miatas at Martinsville for 24 hours. Because I mean, a road course, yeah, you're probably wheeling it a little more, but at least you're like, it's not just hard on the gas, hard on the brakes like Martinsville was. You know what I mean? I think it would be pretty good. But yeah, if I haven't picked a charity out, but if we do that, it would probably go to something to do with an animal rescue of some sort. Next question comes from Riley Roberts. Hi, Michael and Travis. How was your day? My day was good.
Mine was better than expected.
My first Travis's question. My first question is, Travis, have you gotten to play the F1 games? And if so, what are your opinions on it? I played some of the older ones. I played like 2011, and then I played what was the first one me and you both picked up? It was the same year as Evolution, I think.
F1 2016.
Yeah, that one. I played that one, and it was good. The problem was with that one, I got it on Xbox, didn't have a wheel that was compatible with Xbox, so I didn't play it that much because I think the F1 games are kind of designed for a wheel. It wasn't I couldn't do anything good on a controller. So I'm thinking about getting the current one and just playing it on this. But my wheel, I'd feel weird using a stock car rim. I don't have like a cool wheel, but I'll probably get it anyway. And then in second, Cozy, what are your thoughts on 2K/EA trying to buy? Oh, never mind. We already answered that one. So have a nice day. Cozy says, fuck EA.
Yeah, I rather would have had probably 2K, but, what are you going to
do? Wasn't there like, I feel like there was a rumor at one point, or maybe it was just one of those stupid things people put on Twitter for likes, but I think people a year or two ago were talking about 2K making NASCAR games.
Yeah, it's probably some bullshit, but
that would be interesting. We actually have a question coming up that's interesting that kind of ties into that. I'm going to skip ahead. And here it is. Comes from Connor Braun. I just realized we never really had a NASCAR game with licensed driver faces and really good graphics like Madden. So in next gen, do you think we could finally get a good NASCAR game with good graphics? That would be really cool. I had never thought about that until he asked this question. We haven't had a game that's really had like quality face. I get, what was the last time? The one with Newman? Pull it up beside you and it didn't look anything like Ryan Newman?
Well, I mean, considering how, dude, I was, what the fuck was I doing? Something NASCAR Heat related. It's incredible how bad the drivers look, because they like, the only time you ever really see them, like the models in game is when you load into a quick race. That's what it was. I was when I reinstalled Windows, I was getting all my shit set back up, so I was doing some quick races to kind of like get everything back formatted the right way. And I think I picked Quinn, and I was like, "Holy fuck, this is just some generic person instead of somebody who actually looks like Quinn." And that goes for just about all the other guys. Some of them are modeled a little kind of closer than Quinn because they don't really give a shit about Quinn, but like some of the guys like Logano, whoever else, Kevin Harvick, they look a little closer, but not fuck. It's pretty. It's almost like the Tour de France game. You remember that? The only difference though, in Tour de France, they were all clones. Everybody looked the same, like exactly the same. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't really have anything to report, but from what I understand, I'm also under contract and not saying anything, but I will say it's going to be a lot different next year. I'll tell you that. I don't know if it's going to go that direction, but they're going to have a lot more resources. This is the first year it's finally going to show. I thought Heat 5 would be that game, but it was not that game. But yeah, it's going to be a lot different I think hopefully NASCAR will be behind it a lot more, because NASCAR, it really comes down to NASCAR for a lot of it. Like the custom number fonts, they everybody wanted that for the last handful of games, and they finally did it for NASCAR Heat 4, the custom number fonts, and they all sucked. But it wasn't, and everybody doesn't understand how the licensing stuff works. All that shit has to go through NASCAR before anything else. So it's like, no matter how bad of a team or how small of a team 704 Games was, Monster Games, whatever the fuck, they all got whatever the fuck it is. No matter how good of a job they do, it doesn't really fucking matter unless NASCAR signs off on it. And it was like one of those last second things for NASCAR Heat 4 that, they're pushing NASCAR to get in there. And, it all came together last second. And that's why it was, such shit. So fast forward, the number fonts still kind of stink. But from what I understand, NASCAR only lets them have so many, like, certain fonts, and they only let them have, they can only be so big. It's stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's like that. I don't work in the industry. I don't fucking know, but that's just the way it is, and NASCAR's really strict with that. Hopefully they start, fucking off a little bit more, and especially now that they have a lot more resources, and they can be a bit more creative with some of that kind of stuff. But, yeah, unfortunately, and I always try to defend them, because, like I said, a lot of people just don't understand how that stuff works. But 9 chances out of 10, usually it's NASCAR's fault that it sucks. Obviously, not the whole fucking entire game, because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But a lot of the stuff, like driver changes, and fucking, we could sit here all day about stuff people want that NASCAR probably won't let them do. But that's just kind of how it is. So.
I'm thinking back to Newman, but that's really like the last one I can think of that was even close. At any of the games I've played, because then right after that you had Mike Bliss, who wasn't even the right skin color.
Oh yeah, Black Mike Bliss. Oh man, that's so fucking weird, man. But that was about the last game that actually had like any like off-track interaction. That was the last time they really got, and then they just started that's why I say, like, after 05 it just kind of went fucking downhill, because they were like, you know what, we can cut some corners, we don't got to do all that like driver interaction shit that actually like makes the game fun and makes the game more than just a 36 race season you show up to fucking eat shit in, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know if it'll quite be that step for the next game, but I certainly hope so. The only, like I said, you could get away with it back then in 2004, 2003, 2004, 2005. Like, nowadays, if it's not close, which it takes a lot of technology to do that, like 2K is on another fucking level with their player models and stuff like that, and they have a ridiculous team to do that kind of shit. It's going to be pretty tough for a NASCAR team in this age with the technology now. I don't know what kind of technology they have at their disposal, but it's still, I would imagine, be pretty tough to get everybody modeled in the right way.
They're still just putting in video files. People are recording shit on their phone. Hey man, that wasn't cool.
Oh man, don't even get me started.
All right, scrolling through the mailbag a little bit. In passing, I see Robert Bernstein with no subject said, "Fuck EA, they're going to ruin the F1 games. Fuck them. Have a good day." So I guess he saw the news and immediately got to type it. Colton Brown says, "Hey, Michael and Travis, now that both of you are getting into F1, and I heard Michael mention that he thinks Abu Dhabi sucks, if you had to replace that track with with another one, what would it be, from your only listener in Richmond County, North Carolina, Colton?" I'm going to let you answer this one, because I can't think of many. You know all these tracks that have come and gone, so what would you like to see?
Off the top of my head, honestly, Bahrain seemed like it'd be a pretty solid one. I see, that's the thing. I don't know exactly like what goes into scheduling F1 races, especially when you get to different countries, and just like the times, the years, and just how they can do things. Because obviously it's the same way with NASCAR. You can't race at certain tracks at certain times of the year, and whatever else that goes into it. But Bahrain would be a pretty cool one. I would imagine you probably wouldn't do like a Spa or Monza race as a championship finale. But the thing with it, though, is that there's a lot of tracks out there that I just don't fucking know anything about. Especially like a lot of the tracks I didn't know existed, that were brought into the circuit this year. So I know there's even more just random European tracks that are just sitting out there that aren't getting any use out of F1. F1, we talk about it with NASCAR all the time, that NASCAR should always rotate the final race, especially with just how the format is. But F1 is like, should definitely do that, I think, because there's just so many tracks at their disposal. And they did such a great job at scheduling a lot of those tracks this year with the COVID stuff going on. So I don't see why they couldn't do it, in the future. With that being said, I don't know which one I would put. Bahrain was the first one off the top of my head, but yeah, I'd like to see him bring in a new one each and every year. If it wasn't on the schedule previously, the year previously, bring it on as a championship finale. I think that would work perfectly. I think that'd be a great idea.
Well, there you have it, folks. Diesel Systems writes, hey, Cozy and Travis, why aren't there more iRacing leagues that have open setups? The last one that I can remember Cozy racing in was the Alex LeBay Season of Champions, aka the League of Bad Officiating. As a viewer, and he said that, not me. As a viewer, it would be fun to watch the members of the Cuck Commanders race against each other in an open setup series. Thank you all for great racing entertainment, Roger. I personally think it's because of the time it takes. Like, open setup series racing, like, it's really fun if you have a group of guys that know what the fuck they're doing. Me and Cozy individually, we're not good with setups. Cozy's probably a little better than me.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, there's like, I think me and Cozy both have we've just done iRacing long enough. We have a basic understanding of setups, but there are so many little tricks.
And the tricks change every year.
Yeah.
And like, every build. So
I think that's what's kind of held Cozy back from trying to go for pro for so long. Like, it's just, you have to literally, if you want to have a fast setup, and not all leagues are like this. You might have open setup leagues, which just people who don't know what they're doing, and you could get in there and throw one together in a day and be good. But most of the time, when you have an open setup league series or road to pro or whatever, you're going to have people spending an entire week working on a setup, and it's not fun because it becomes more about the stuff leading up to the race than the actual race. So in my opinion, that's why. But open setup racing can be fun if everybody's on like an equal playing field and has the same amount of time to do stuff, but it's usually not like that.
Yeah, I mean, no, you said everything. I completely agree with it. It's just, there's so much time involved, and it's like, most people don't have fucking all goddamn day to sit there and build setups, people got shit to do, you know what I mean? So you'll have like your 2 or 3 guys that just for whatever reason can sit there all fucking day and build setups, and then everybody else just wants to sit down and race once a night, or once a week. Once a night too, maybe. But it's just it's just so much easier to run fixed setups. But I'd like to do some more open setup stuff, but it's so much of a challenge just to get everything together, and then if you don't, then you're just not worth a shit. So, so it goes.
All right, JD Legate, his first question we've answered a million times, so I'm going to skip over that one. But he had, what NASCAR and ARCA drivers have you raced against in iRacing or consider yourself to be friends with? That's his first one. Trying to think. Robbie's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, Robbie from Rodcar.
Yeah, we've known Robbie for a long time. Robbie's good people. Trying to think who else.
There's some great clips of him out there from the old Rodcar streams.
I love Robbie. Vargas lately, he's been running a lot of Moon Car.
That's right.
So him, and then I guess that would really be it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't really have any friends, but I mean, we've both raced against a lot of just happen to be in the same sessions, so.
Yeah, we've raced against. Timmy Hill's one I've thought about. I've raced against Timmy for years and various things.
Same with Preet. I remember Preet's famous iRacing story is that Timmy Hill. We gotta have him on the podcast one of these damn weeks. But Timmy Hill studied him because Preet was beating his ass at Richmond in the ARCA cars, or before they were the ARCA cars. Timmy Hill's always been pretty good at iRacing, but. He's been around though for such a long time that we've all raced him quite a bit here and there in official stuff. I don't really do much official anymore, but back when I did, man, you'd see him in a lot of stuff. So,
but that's really all I could think of at the moment. Garrett Smithley's gonna become a Moon Car driver. He messaged me last night. He said he won't sin.
Shit!
He'll probably be out there tomorrow, leaning plumb out of his chair, trying to hang with the Moon Car guys. But Yeah, other than that, I can't really think of, as far as people we've raced with. Alfredo ran the whole Barstool season, so we've raced around him.
He's been pussing out of core league. He don't want none.
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider him friends with him, but I think he knows both of us. We recognize each other in races and whatnot. And then his last question was, what's your most embarrassing farting in public story? First one that comes to mind for me was third grade. I let one rip that was up a couple of octaves. It was like a high pitch. I don't know what. And I remember immediately looking at the AC unit over there and going, what the fuck? Or not what the fuck, but what the heck was that? And nobody bought it. Everyone was like, dude, you just shit your pants over there. And then the teacher made it worse by yelling at everybody, saying, don't laugh. Everybody does it. And that was even more funny because she farted like 5 times that year. One time she bent over to pick up something and farted right in a girl's face. Another time she bent over to I'm trying to think how to say this being nice. She was
big old girl?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say it like that. But yeah, she was heavy set.
There's nothing wrong with being a big old girl.
Yeah.
Well,
she bent down to get in a seat one time and farted and the fire alarm went off at the same time. That was the funniest thing ever. Because she farted and then the fire alarm immediately went off for a fire drill.
That's incredible.
And then there were a handful of other times. One time she was just like waddling out of the class and let one rip. My brother at his first grade orientation was sitting down there on the concrete floor, which was really funny because right in front of us, these parents, they ended up being on Super Nanny because their kid couldn't behave, but they were sitting right in front of us. A true story, like the actual TV Super Nanny, sitting right in front of us. And the lady, she was definitely a big old lady. She was sitting on one of the shoulder chairs, but you couldn't see the chairs. You just knew something was kind of up in there. And and her kid was crawling around on her, and he spanked her, and it like sent a wave all the way up to her neck. But my brother was sitting back there on the back on the concrete floor, and he let one rip, and the whole class heard it. And that was pretty funny. A guy who does parents' irrigation system, his son was in that class, and I'll never forget him like trying not to laugh, but laughing and like tears rolling down his fucking eyes because he thought it was so funny. But yeah, those are the only things I could think of. As far as me, the most embarrassing was definitely farting and it squeaking.
Surprisingly, I don't have any. I don't think from me specifically. What I will say though is, I played piano and organ for a good portion of my life growing up, and so I sat on a lot of wooden benches, and I let a lot of fucking farts rip. And there's nothing like farting on a fucking wooden bench. Let me tell you, it either really hurts or sounds really cool, or both. With that being said, there is the one I have to mention though. There is I haven't talked to him in years, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I was gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I was. I don't know what he's doing these days, but he's a really good kid. His name is Vincent, and he had the most incredible ability. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but he had the most incredible ability, and he could fart on command. But he could only do it in a certain position where he had to get down on the floor and point his ass up to the ceiling. It was really weird, but it was incredible because he could just do it anytime, anywhere. If you'd ask him, he'd be like, "All right," and he'd just start farting on command. It was incredible. He just started letting him go anytime, anywhere, any place. It was really impressive. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he'll always be a legend for that.
I thought you were gonna bring up that the diecast review.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, my buddy Asher, he fucking man, he ripped some ass once during he was on. I don't know.
That wasn't him. That was you that ripped ass.
No, but he did too.
Oh,
he did too, and I did too. I forgot I did too. Fucking man.
Yeah, because you just kept going. You just went, oh, excuse me, kept doing the fucking review.
That's fucking natural, man. Fart every once in a while.
Oh my god, that's the end of the mailbag. We had to end on a fart story. Send in your questions or fart stories. If you have any fart stories, send them in. askmoonhead@gmail.com. Oh man, so I don't know. After the mailbag, I don't have a news story again this week, but I want to talk about. I guess it's kind of a news story. It's a social media blunder, and there's been quite a few through the years, but this is by far one of the best I've ever seen. I don't know a lot about this guy. He's apparently, according to his Twitter bio, he's a wide receiver for Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I remember seeing this, and I didn't know who the guy was. I had never heard of him.
He put a video of him scored a picture of him scoring a touchdown and running into the end zone. and he put Godspeed, but he put a lightning bolt for the S, so it just looks like it said Godpeed. Which is just, I don't know why. It's so damn funny to me. That's one of the funniest social media fuck ups I've seen in a long time. That's funnier than the Pope liking that the porn star. Did you see that?
Say what now?
The Pope liked this picture of like a porn star or some Instagram model or something on Instagram.
Well, hold on a second. The Pope's got Instagram?
Apparently.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, he's a public figure. Yeah, he's a public figure. What, Pope can't have Instagram?
No. He's supposed to be. That's what's fucking wrong with the world. The Pope ain't he's sitting on Instagram instead of sitting there in the fucking church praying for everybody.
Well, I mean, he could probably take a break, scroll through there, see who he needs to pray for.
No breaks. See, that's why this world's gone to shit. Social media ruins everything, even the Pope and the world.
Ted Cruz liked porn one time. That was pretty funny.
I like how you worded that. I bet he did.
Yeah, well, no, he liked it on Twitter. I remember Tommy Lauren. Somebody posted a picture of Johnny Sins in a military outfit. It was Barry McCockiner who did it, and asked if she would give a retweet for the troops, and she did it. That's funny. I'm trying to think of other one. Remember when Yahoo accidentally typed the N-word instead of bigger? He typed something else.
Oh yeah. They were going for a bigger army, and it came out really wrong.
Yeah, they left that one up for a little while and came back to the outrage, and that was the damage was already done. I wonder if that guy got fired.
Oh, dude, could you imagine tweeting something out like that? Like I always wonder. Oh man, could you imagine that? To the first person who sees it, to the last person who ends up firing him, that's got to be a hell of a fucking day at the office. Could you imagine?
How do you ever get hired again? Why'd you get fired from this job? Well, it was an accident, I promise.
Yeah, minor typo ended my career.
Trying to think, there was another blunder this year like that. There was like a sportscaster who accidentally, he said autocorrect did it, but there's no way autocorrect did that one, buddy. Then there was the guy who had to apologize for the slur, the homophobic slur, while a home run was being hit. That is still probably top 20 or top 10 easy 2020 moments of the year. Like, that's just the most 2020 thing ever.
That was, dude, I totally forgot about that.
I don't know if I'm gonna put this headset back on again. That one's deep center field. He said the headset after the home run. He's like, I pride myself in being a man of faith, as that one's deep center field, and that's.
I tell you what, man, 2020 was a shitty fucking year, but man, it had its gems here and there. I'll tell you.
Oh my god.
There was one I remember. I don't remember what year it was. It's been a couple now. There was a ESPN like reporter or something like that. Somebody who was on TV. I want to say. Either way, he's had some sort of affiliation to ESPN. He just straight up just tweeted some porn by accident.
Remember Jeff Bo died?
Oh yeah, wasn't he? He had some weird likes, didn't he, or something like that?
He was liking all sorts of weird porn.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Oh god, I hate that. I hate when people like you respect or horny on the timeline. You know, Jim Ross is one of the worst. I love Jim Ross, but his likes always pop up on my feed, and it's always some sort of porn.
Oh man. Yes, that's fucking weird. I forgot about that, Jeff, but I wonder if he's still liking stuff. I'm about to pull that shit up.
I looked not too long ago, and he doesn't look like he uses Twitter, and you have to scroll a little bit to find some porn, but it's there. I mean, he definitely didn't delete his likes or anything and try to hide it. So, I mean, at least he owns it, but I don't know. I wonder what he thinks. Did you see that Pornhub deleted like 6 million videos?
I did see that. That's crazy.
That's a good move, though, on them. It honestly, I'm surprised they stayed like that. So up until now, anybody could upload really anything to Pornhub, and there was no way of knowing if it was, legal stuff that was on there.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention there was like pirated movies and stuff on there too. Like no joke, I've seen links to to movies on Pornhub that were just regular movies. So now you have to be like verified on there to post, which is a good move. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, I never really
I'm
thought
sure,
about that.
yeah, because I mean that's what MasterCard and Visa were not allowing purchases on their website because they like
That's why I got declined.
there was there was an audit or something, some independent thing did that, and they found like child pornography and other stuff on there. Not like out of the millions of things they went through, it was a small number, but still, any number is too much. And Visa and MasterCard basically said, "Hey, fuck you, Pornhub. We're not going to stand for this." And Pornhub said, "Hey, hey, now we need our money. We'll do something about this." So they did something about it, and like I said, probably a good move. There were still people up in arms, like, oh, because people have to be mad about everything. But 6 million videos just like that. That's insane to me because any website can do that. Like imagine YouTube. Just 6 million videos like that gone.
Dude, I've been thinking about that just in case. What I think I'm gonna start doing is, I bought a really big hard drive. It's like 6 or 8 terabytes or some shit. This external hard drive, and I bought it for the decade. So my plan is, what I did last year, I had a smaller one, and I just had folders for all of the races I went to. So all the pictures I took, all the videos I took, vlogs, and just race footage. Just put it all in the folder and keep it, just in case I ever want to go back and look at it for whatever reason. So I got this big one here, and I put folders from 2020 to 2029 if I make it that long, God willing, and I think I want to get another one and just start downloading all my old videos, like at least the main stuff, like the NASCAR Thunder 2004, and whatever series deserves it, just in case, because that's my greatest fear in life as it stands, is waking up one day and for whatever reason my channel not being there anymore, because right now that's my livelihood, and if it gets deleted for one reason or another, that's really gonna suck. But if at least I do that, it should be pretty easy just to restart and get it back on. You know what I mean? Just fucking upload shit back together. I can. YouTube has a nice feature now where you can just download the thumbnails that are uploaded, which is great. So I can just throw that all into a file. That's video, whatever, and then I have it there just in case I ever need it. So I have a nice little archive.
See, I'm surprised because now my understanding with the article I read about the Pornhub stuff, you have to like verify like who you are or whatever to upload anything, which is a good move because now these fucking creeps will be taken down if they upload anything bad. I'm surprised YouTube and shit don't make people do that. With the way everything's getting, how invasive everything is, I'm surprised that people are still allowed to hide behind accounts. You know what I mean? Because theoretically, you can upload something to YouTube and nobody know who you are. I'm surprised they don't make you like verify yourself or anything.
Yeah, well,
I guess you have to with AdSense and all that, but still,
to
I'm
get
surprised
money. Yeah.
There's not like a stricter verification process. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, man. With all this, this social media boom and everything, man, we're basically just writing the rules as we go. You know what I mean? Like everybody's just kind of figuring it out. So, and like,
what if Pornhub leaves the charge in that?
They might. You never know. I mean, they're a big platform. I think they got some smart people over there. It's just, but that's the thing, man. Everybody's figuring out like what's good, what's not good. Unfortunately, a lot of people are getting shit on along the way, but. I mean, it's just there's no rules for all this shit, you know what I mean? Like, it goes all the way to the fair use trials and all that shit with YouTube that went on. All the stuff now where they changed it, you have to mark your stuff for kids or not for kids, you know what I mean? I had somebody in my comments today saying that they couldn't enable notifications for my videos on my channel because it says that my channel is intended for kids, or it's intended for for kids. Which I went straight to my settings and I was like, and I looked and it's clearly selected. No, my channel is not set for kids, nor is any of the fucking content on there. So it's like
they wouldn't be able to comment if it was. That was like one of the big things.
Yeah, so who the fuck knows? I don't know. I get people in there all the time saying they don't get notifications for videos. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck are we doing? But it's like, I don't know, man. Everybody's, YouTube's figuring it out. Google, fucking Pornhub, apparently, it's just, it's fucking Christ, man. It's a fucking mess. And I almost kind of feel bad for all the fucking cubicle motherfuckers that got to figure that shit out day in and day out, trying to write these fucking rules to make sure everybody's fucking taken care of. You know what I mean? It's almost impossible now, especially when you think of YouTube and everybody who is involved in that. I don't know what the fucking statistic is, how they get fucking millions of of content a second, seconds of content. You know what I mean? It's fucking like, how the fuck do you even like? I don't even know where you begin with all that shit, man. But
It blows me away. We got a core race to run. I just
yeah,
realized what time it was.
yeah, it's about time for fucking practice. But this was another good podcast. Yeah, all right, Core League, baby, Martinsville tonight. And you're running tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm it's Martinsville. I wanted to come at least run one race. So I'm gonna be a little late to the pro broadcast tonight. But I at least want to see how it goes. If I start falling back, I'll just quit and go do the broadcast.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for this week's Gas Holes podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. Hit us up on Twitter, man. Tweet at the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll be back next Wednesday. Geez, I guess that's going to be the before Christmas episode. Dude, I couldn't believe it's fucking 10 days to Christmas already. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? I can't believe it. It's fucking nuts. Anyways, happy holidays, everybody. We'll be back next Wednesday, hopefully, before Christmas episode. And we'll catch y'all there. Once again, thank y'all, and we'll catch y'all on Wednesday.